Dimitri on Radio 2, always the last to know. Okay, you lovely bunch, I have some news. After 6 years of fun times alongside you all on The Breakfast Show, I've decided it's time to step away from the early alarm call and start a new chapter. You know, I think the world of you all listeners, and it truly has been such a privilege to share the mornings with you, to go through life's little ups and downs. We got through the lockdown together, didn't we? We shared a hell of a lot. The good times, the tough times. There's been a lot of laughter, and I am going to miss you cats. I'm going to miss my amazing prod squad, who I adore. Already missing Mike. I'm going to miss Tina and Richie. They've all become like family to me, like you lot. But I won't miss the 4 a.m. alarm call, if I'm completely honest. So my last breakfast show will be with you on the 20th of December. And then it's high kicks all the way to Christmas, gang. I'm not going to be a stranger. I'm staying in the Radio 2 crew and family, because it's an amazing family, as we saw last week with Paddy's fantastic Children in Need Challenge. And I'll have more news on that in the new year. I just want to say I'm so grateful to my incredible boss ladies, to Helen and Laura and Lorna and Fiona. They have always been so supportive of me, especially in this job and particularly this year. So thank you, ladies. Now, of course, it leaves us with a big question. Who is going to wake you up in the mornings? Well, the good news is you don't have to wait very long to find out. I am going to reveal the brand new host of the Radio 2 Breakfast Show on this show this morning. But for now, know I love you all to bits. And this song from Supertramp seemed like a good one to play. If you've just tuned in to Radio 2, it's been a bit of a morning. I've got some news. At the end of the year, I'll be stepping down from doing the breakfast show, and I am going to really miss you all, gang. But I'm off to be a mum in the mornings, which I'm quite excited about as well. I'm not sure if my lass is excited about that yet. We'll find out. But a bit of a hubbub around the 8th floor here at London Broadcasting House, because it is time to reveal who is going to be looking after you in the mornings from next year. What can I tell you about this person? Well, I can tell you that he's a dear friend of mine. I can tell you that we first met back in the 90s. He was a total baby face. I was a bit older than him, sadly. I can also tell you we did the Strictly Come Dancing tour together. I got to see him marry the love of his life. And he's had quite a year, I would say, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like we should properly build this up, playing this just to make him feel a little bit more tense and anxious and nervous. Let's see how long I can make him sit and wait. No, I am so thrilled that this is happening. He's one of my besties. He is such a brilliant radio producer. He is so fantastic on the air. You already know and love him. Hosting the breakfast show on BBC Radio 2 from next year. It's my gorgeous friend, Scott Mills!
Yeah!
Oh, you baby! Finally, you have always... God. Are we hugging? Let's hug.
Let's hug.
Let's hug. I'm so excited. I'm so happy it's you.
I'm breathing through the whole morning.
Yes, I'm breathing. And do what I've learned to do, which is you to put your arms up to midnight and you breathe out.
That's better already.
We've been scared to even message each other because we didn't want to give anything away.
I was considering getting a burner phone. Like in films.
That would have been so brilliant. So we first met so long ago, back at Radio 1 in the 90s.
Right.
When you got up even earlier than I did.
Well, see, this is what's so surreal. So I was working out last night.
Yeah.
I have known you, so ball.
Oh, Lord.
25 years.
Is it 25?
25 years. And when
25 years in showbiz.
when I joined Radio 1, when I was a little baby,
You were a little baby.
I will never forget how you really took me under your wing and you really looked after me, because I didn't know one person there. And I remember, do you remember, you'd do the show and I would just come in and sit in and hang out.
used to hang out.
Because I had no friends.
Yes, you did.
No, but honestly, being around that atmosphere and that vibe every day, I would normally stay for the whole show most days, wouldn't I?
You would hang out with us all, with Zoe and Barry and Ginna and the crew.
And then I remember in the first week of me doing the early morning show, you messaged me on my Nokia, and you said, like, do you fancy coming out with the breakfast gang later? And I was like, that's so kind, because nobody else did that at that point. And
was it kind though? Because we were messy, and
no, that night actually was quite tame. But then you did me the biggest favour of my career. And you didn't turn up for a show.
Oh, stop, no.
And they said to me, do you want to... So I was doing the 4 a.m. slot, and they said to me, do you want to carry on?
Shame.
Or we can call Chris Moyles. It's up to you. And so they were like, go and think about it for 10 minutes, because we can't get hold of Zoe. You were just having a long sleep.
Big sleep. It was hard work.
And then
That's what it was.
I said, yeah, you don't need to call Chris Moyles. I'll do the show. And because of that, I then covered that breakfast show, whether it was in for you or for Sarah, or then for Grimmy. You know, or Chris Moyles. I did it for well over 20 years, all because you overslept.
There we go, because I overslept because I was busy trying to bring the party to the radio, and then I missed the radio. But you see, you look back at that, so you've always filled in for someone else on the breakfast, but it's never been your show.
Not
until now.
Always the bridesmaid.
Scott, always the bridesmaid, but no longer, Scott.
The bride.
Because
twice in a year.
The bride twice in a year. Who'd have thunk it? I cannot think of someone better to do this.